Hey Planty people, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Sonia and this is Majestical Plants. Before we jump in, I want to say I am getting over a little cold. So if you hear me sniffing here and there, that's why. But I didn't want to wait to share this with you. For the longest time, I told myself I will never ship plants. The idea of putting something I cared for into a box and trusting it to the mail, it terrified me. And yet, I knew fear is often the first step towards growth. For a whole year, I avoided it. I turned down sales, only did local pickups, even drove half an hour to meet people. Then my husband said something simple but powerful. Why don't you just practice sending plants to Jasminette, our daughter? See how they arrive. You need to conquer this fear. Sometimes we need someone else to remind us that courage is just a step away. So I did. The first few times I held my breath waiting for her call. And when the plants arrived safely, it felt like a small victory. Each box I sent after made me a little braver. And each success reminded me that faith in the process matters. When I first looked into shipping, I watched tons of YouTube videos, trying to figure out what materials to use. One thing I knew for sure, I didn't want to use those peanut packagings. Those are very messy. And some of the ones that dissolve in water is just a little too much work for me. And I realized, even in small decisions, intentionality is spiritual. Choosing the right materials shows care, not just for the plants, but for the person receiving it. Then I started seeing other packaging ideas. And honestly, some of them were a nightmare. I received plants with soil all over the box. I also got boxes that looked like someone had just dug through a recycling bin and stuffed everything they found into this box. I even had to message the seller asking them not to overstuff the boxes and explain that because where I live, out in the woods, we don't get trash pickup, meaning driving everything to the landfill is just a hassle. And in that frustration, I learned patience. A quiet reminder that even the messes around us can teach us something. I knew there had to be a better way. I needed something clean, manageable, and still protective. That's when I started saving boxes and padding and buying tissue paper and wrapping paper, and slowly figured out a system that actually worked for me and for my plants. And each step, small as it was, felt like a prayer of care and intention. Now, I still pack small amounts each week, usually between 5 to 10 plants a week. And there's always room for improvement. During the summer, for example, I added insulation to protect the plants from the heat. Now, shipping in winter will be another adventure, reminding me that growth often asks for courage in seasons that we haven't yet faced. And then there was my first trip to the post office. Sadly, I don't have a clip of that, but I will never forget it. I had shipped my first 2 orders, and I could barely breathe waiting for delivery day and waiting for the customer to tell me if everything arrived safely. I was just so anxious. But something happened on my 3rd shipment that changed the game for me completely. I had paid more for shipping than the customer had paid for my plants. I couldn't figure it out. I was so surprised. I was thinking maybe it's the distance, but no. The receipt said $92.45 in shipping alone. I know, insane. But I was still learning, and there was a huge line behind me in the post office. It was 3:25 p.m. People were tired and wanting to go home. I let everyone go ahead, and then I returned to the counter and asked the postal worker, why was it so expensive? She said, because they're perishable, and you have to add that to your package. You don't have a choice. I was shocked. I told her to give me back my boxes, but she apologized and said they had already been picked up and were on their way. The shipment only made me $28 in profit. And let me tell you, it wasn't going to happen to me again. That moment taught me resilience. Sometimes, life teaches us lessons in ways that feel unfair, but they prepare us for the growth to come. That night, I went home and started digging. I Googled watch YouTube videos because I knew there had to be another way. And that's when I found Pirate Ship and USPS Click and Ship. I started using them, and most recently I invested in a thermal printer. No more wasting ink and paper printing labels on my regular printer. Every small improvement felt like a gift. A reminder that process is spiritual when we are intentional. Every package I send now isn't just a plant leaving my home. It's a reminder that patience, care, and trusting in the process matters. That even mistakes, delays, or unexpected costs are part of the learning. Just like plants, we grow slowly, and sometimes in ways we can't predict. Because in the end, it's not just about the plants making it safely to their new homes. It's about me learning to trust, to have faith, and to grow along with them. Each package, each challenge, each little victory is a lesson. And spiritually, that's what makes this journey meaningful. When I pack my plants, I like to use masking tape instead of regular packing tape. It's easier to remove and it won't tear the box or disturb the plant when the customer opens it. I also reuse dryer sheets to help secure the soil in the pots. After adding some padding fluff on top to catch the loose soil, I place a dryer sheet around it and tape it down gently. This keeps the soil in place during shipping without making a mess, and it's a simple, inexpensive trick that works for me. Installation is another important step, especially during the summer. It protects the plants from heat and helps ensure that they arrive in good condition. In the winter, I'll add extra protection as needed to make sure they stay safe during transit. Every time I pack a plant, I think about how it's not just leaves and roots. It's a little piece of life traveling to a new home. Plants carry so much healing, joy, and growth energy, and I like to believe that energy goes with them wherever they're sent. It's a reminder for me that even in transitions, beauty and new beginnings can grow. Just like us, plants adapt, they settle, and then they thrive again when given love and care. That's why I see each package as more than an order. It's like sending a blessing, a reminder of connection, patience, and renewal. Small steps like these make a big difference. They protect the plants and make the unboxing experience nicer for the person receiving them. Packaging doesn't have to be stressful if you take it one step at a time. Thank you so much, my friends, for watching. I hope you found these tips helpful. And again, I apologize for the sniffles. Still getting over this cold. Take care, my friends, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a majestical and blessed day.